If you are being anxious at social situations and yet still you wanted to become more like the charismatic guy, then this piece of information that I'm going to share as a YouTube video can help you. And if you want my help, you can watch this entire video. And if you want more personalized help, you can check out that in the description. So now let's get into the main points of the videos. So let's see. It, you're being anxious at most of the social situations. And actually the aim of this video is to make you understand become like the charismatic guy that you have envy of instead of being the anxious amateur reality. I know that you are being so much anxious in your real life and you wanted to become more like the charismatic guy that you have in your class. For example, I have one perfect example for even in my class. I'm studying university right now. There's a guy who is so much charismatic in my class. And most of the times sometimes I felt jealous and envy of him. Until I found out I was also being a little bit charismatic out there. And the actual solution for this is just progressive exposure therapy. It just this is some terms of psychologies. You just need to just go and do those activities a little bit more and more. So you can improve your social situation, social skills a little bit over the time horizon. You will improve social skills. And what is the cause of this? And let me show in this graph. You can clearly see it. So the on the x-axis, on the down axis, it is skill level, and in the y-axis it is challenge level. If you're being in a social situation, it is not only for social situation. It is for anything literally. We can even say it for us driving or anything. If your skill level is low and the challenge level is high, you feel anxious, and that is the time when you feel anxious. So you're being in a situation. Okay, for example, we can say this as in this scenario. Full screen. If you're being okay, you are a guy who has a very small, very little amount of skill levels. Maybe your skill level may be like, let's say you have a skill level of level 2 and you are facing a challenge of which requires to you to be in level 50. It is a social situation. You just need to be talk. Okay, let's take you doesn't even talk to anyone, and you are asked to go on the stage. You have to sing a song. How it feels? You feel so much anxious during those times. If it was a very beautiful girl that you have never spoken like before, and you will feel so much anxious, and that is the thing. You can clearly understand why anxiety is caused to you. And the actual solution is improving your skills. If you improve your skill level, like here, then you do after a certain point, when your skill level is high, and even if the challenge level is high, you will be in the flow. And no matter what, if you are in the high level, let me just draw for it. If you are being the eye level, the you will be so much better. Like you can be in the flow, you have the control, you can be relaxed. That is what it is. So the actual way to overcome the anxiety is just improving your skill. It's not only during the social interactions you have this problem. You can have this problem while studying for the exam. Those guys who studied very much will be in the and the exam was, even if the exam was very much tough, they will feel like they were in the flow. And when even those guys, those nerds in your class might read a lot, and even if the exam was so much high level of challenge, they say like, oh, it's very actually easy. And most of the times you just want to punch his face. And it's fucking dirty. And the actual way you want to become the charismatic guy is actually improving your charisma skills. As I said, you actually need to improve social skills a little bit later, and that's how you can become, and that's the only solution to overcome the anxiety in the long term process. Of course, you can watch some cute motivational videos and lose your anxiety for like 2 minutes, and then you're back to reality. And the way to overcome is we like others who exhibit their flow. And here's a story of my friend. I have a friend in my university who is most of the times sitting in the floppy way and he just smiles a lot. And that's not a thing. And the actual main purpose of the story I'm just gonna tell you is he is a very much of a nerd. He reads a lot and we are studying computer science. He can teach it very well. He can teach everything very much well. When you when he was asked to take a seminar, he just went up to the dais and when he teaches, it feels like he was in the flow. He can teach literally better than most of the teachers. And I actually feel a little bit of jealous of him that how he can just go and talk like this with a flow. I can also talk in a I also can go and talk in the dice and take a seminar, but not like in the way that he teaches. He is in a very extraordinary high level, and it's when he do that, he is in the flow. He doesn't think about some any other activities that he has in his mind. So that and he looks very charismatic during those times. So the actual thing is that whenever you are during a flow, whenever you are being in a flow state, you will become more like a charismatic guy, and that's what gets into the additional solution instead of just being the progressive therapy is you need to exhibit your flow. Your flow activity may be different from like my friend's teaching. You can do any other things. Maybe like if your flow activity, you need to really figure out what is your flow activity. For many people, for some people, it will be like sports. Yours may be dancing or singing. The flow is during when you are doing that activity, will be so much consumed by it, you don't think about any other thing. Of course, not doom scrolling is not your flow. And it's fucking trash, just don't do it. And if, and also, and I am saying you exhibit your flow when you are around the person that you wanted to attract to you. It may be a friend, it may be a group of audience, or a girl that you like. When you are exhibiting your flow, others people just like you naturally. And if you're being in a situation where you can't do the activity of your flow thing, for example, your flow activity may be like playing tennis, and you can't actually go and play tennis in the cafe. Of course, during those times, you need to just talk about it during the conversation. Because not only when you're doing the flow toss, you feel like you're being in a flow, but even when you're talking about the thing, maybe I don't know exactly, but my flow activity may be like learning about more about philosophy and psychology. Whenever I teach about teach about those things, I feel like I was being in a flow and I can actually do it. And even when I'm not doing it, when I was just talking about it, I feel so much in the flow, which which when I exhibit that flow and other people's automatic likes, and remember to talk about it, not teach about it. Of course, you will like to go and talk in a flow, but never technobabble. This is a term called as technobabble, where the people just gonna talk about random, just gonna just teach you what to do, and that is not the right way to. Of course, no one gonna listen if you just gonna be like, oh, do you know A plus B equal to B plus A and lot of algebra, lot of some things that you doesn't even like. So remember to talk about it, don't teach about it. Not teach about it. Okay? And let's get into the how to direct the conversation into your topic. Of course, like I said before, oh, that is the end of this. Yeah, it seems like. How to direct the conversation into your topic. Like I said before, when you're being in a conversation, I said you to exhibit your flow activity. If not possible, your activities may be something different. You can just talk about the flow activity, even to even to that person directly, and you can have a good conversation because you are being in a flow and so much present during those moments. Whenever you are being in a flow, you will be completely present. So you're mentally not absent, so you'll be totally focused on that particular situation. As as like David Data said, in this current world, in this modern world, your presence as a man is the most important thing more than your health, wealth, and any other things that you have in the surroundings. Your presence is that much of important thing, and your flow can give it to you. And how to direct a conversation into a topic. Like if you want, like I said before, do you want to exhibit a flow or you want to input the flow activity? You want to talk about the flow activity in the conversation, right? So how you can actually frame the conversation to direct change it towards the thing that you wanted to speak about. And actually that is a recipe for another video. Since it's past 6 a.m. in the morning, I need to get to my university. So, if you want some more personalized help, like I can coach you for like 1 or 2 months, for as long as you get the result. You can check out everything in the description. I don't have to say anything more about it. So that's it. See you later. Bye. And one more thing. If you if you did a lot of mistakes in your life, just remember to do this one thing. Just do the next right thing. I know you did a lot of lot of mistakes in your life, but the only way. Oh wait, that is yeah. Just do the next right thing. Bye.